Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 2 of No Grain and No Gain. Tankrim here, going down to harvest the next 2 fields, and while I trek down there, let's just hit that intro. Hello guys and welcome to episode 2 of No Grain, No Gain. Previous episode we harvested the 2 fields by our farm and we got about 63,000 of barley. Today we're looking to, excuse me, car. I'm going to try to sneak over this way. There you go, you can go through, we'll hit the sign, it's fine. So today we're going to harvest field 3 and field 2. So we got this field here and this field here, so that would be all our fields of barley harvested, and we'll get our grand total on that. We will also do, we're set up in the back for straw droppings, so we'll bail those up potentially this episode as well, so we can, hope if we unfold first, so we can kind of move on from the month of August and continuing. Alright, actually do 2 headlands on this and see how that. We'll do one. We'll do one because they're long, narrow fields and it'll be fine. Alright, now we can start. We're lower. We'll get out of all the traffic's way. Here we go. Turn on assist. See if we can pick up that outer edge. It looks good. And away we go. We're going to turn off traffic. Looks like we have a bit of a jam for a second. Off, on. Gotta clear that up. Alright, so here we go. So we're going to do this field here, and then we'll do the next field as well. And see what we're going to be getting out of that. I'm not sure what we're going to be looking at to do in the future. We could just go right into canola and just plant that in September, as well as we could do barley again, and I think wheat on this. Yeah, so they give you an extra time to do those, so we might do those. Maybe we go to wheat next, but I'm liking canola. It's got a higher sell point, and we can not have to get strong because we won't need it. Potentially this episode, I'm looking to maybe place down some sheep. So come here, go down. So probably place this 14,000 in, coming over here. There's this shop in this area here. I think is a nice little area that have sheep, even if it's just this little section. I'm thinking of maybe we turn this field here. I was about to point at it, which wouldn't help for you guys. But make this grass, and then we'll keep these as kind of rotating crops. But if we have grass here, we have the sheep always ready to go, as well as we can eventually get some silage. Now with the bales, we are going to have to look at how we want to pick them up. So nothing's on sale. The plow did come on for sale. If you just saw there, I'll go back into it once I make this turn. But plow did come on sale, so not something we're not necessarily interested on that. But we're gonna have to pick up these bales on the field somehow. And I'm thinking potentially for now we just go to bales. Here we go. I think we're just going to get one of these. That's the round one, so that's not going to help. Probably just rent this. If we were to lease this, it's going to be about $4,500. And we can just transport them nice. Could we buy it? Sure, we have the money. But again, I want to buy that car just to have a car. Probably dumb investment, fine. The other option would be getting... obviously we could get a front load or get a front loader ours. Both tractors I believe have it. I don't, or I have the option for it. We can double check that as well, because that would be an option, as well as getting a telehandler. But again, you see the cost, they're up there. That's the one thing with farm stand here. A lot of this stuff is pretty expensive. Ideally, I'd love to get kind of the specialized equipment and just kind of overload everything. One thing I might do as well, and again, it's going to be how I do it will be in whenever I upload the tips and tricks video. But I might do a little cheat and get one of these forklifts to put at the shop. This way, There's always forklift there. I usually do that in all my series, just because I feel like you need to have some type of forklift there, and I think it's kind of ridiculous that there's not. Some maps include it, but not all of them. And so I think it's a little weird that you're expected to load everything yourself. We're not getting a lot of straw on all of these fields, but that's okay. We'll get that going, because we're also going to need that lime and everything else. We can't go too heavy here. So, I mean, skid steer. So we'll probably just rent that bale one for now. I might also just keep these straw and hold on to it. I know our big thing is here. It's just kind of making money, but I also want to have stuff, and that storage for bales holds quite a lot. And if we can just hold it on, maybe we eventually get cows, right? Do beef or something as well in that field. But at least we have something ready to go. Because I think, because you can do pigs as well. These aren't good because you don't have manure, so you really want one of these other ones. As well as we can place chicken. Straw doesn't impact any of this, so we'll see if we want to keep them or sell the bales. We'll hold on to them for now. Straw is not really a ton, and like I said, we'll get some grass bales also going in and just get that storage for it going as well. Sorry about that, guys, just to get a little break. This episode we're really just looking at getting these two fields done, so we can kind of move on from them and continue our round. We'll probably place a dew canal, which will be a nice little change. The one thing I know I also said, no productions. I think eventually we'll leave it to the base game. The only things I don't like with those mini ones is they take a long time. And I know that's they're a tenth of the cost and stuff like that. They still take a really, really long time to do anything. So to me, it's tough to place those down. But again, this isn't the point of this series. The point isn't to cheat the system and get real quick and rich fast. It is, kind of really the old school roots. I started on FS19, no productions there. You just did, she basically got the grain, sold it at the highest price, and moved on. So that's what we're kind of doing in O2 in this series, and also just showing how, great it is to have mods in this type of game. Because without mods, it would be, we're full, and I think I just damaged some crop. I wonder if, no, we'll make that turn. So let's back up here. This, let her out. I'm gonna hop back, start her up. We'll drive first person down there. But kind of been into that FS19 and remembering how difficult it was without productions to make money. I know silage was always the king there, but also, well, that's unfortunate. I can't see to my right. That's such a blind spot. That is poor design. So I'll take a little hit here, turn on our blinker. Where we go, we'll come back in. Oh man, I'm American and I'm driving on the wrong side of the road. But just not how it used to be in doing this stuff. As well as just showing, again, it is, you look at a lot of these prices on stuff, I mean, Harvesters, right? Without this first one, you're looking at 200, and even that first one's a lot. Versus you go on home, you can get some of even an old school one, for 20,000. I think the John Deere is 20. And obviously it doesn't hold much. It holds 15, 2,500. But it's just the fact of, it's very difficult to make money without productions, but also have any equipment. I do think I'm weighing an option here. We'll see how I feel about it. But doing, if any of those special harvesters go on sale, I think we take a loan out, save loans for that, and we have to purchase them with the loan. And then I could potentially keep tabs of how much we're making on them and see how long it takes to just pay off raw. I was doing this in one series with a spinach and bagging it, and it was going to take quite some time. and then the map got updated, and it fell through, so I never got to actually see how much it won. That'd be kind of a cool little thing to see, but we'll see when we get there. Again, nothing in sale for us right now. That's interesting. Don't have animals, so that's a nice deal. And this, we could look at it. Will still work for ours. It's just, are we thinking of doing it right away, or do we want, because what is that, 6 meters is kind of tiny. Our current header is at 10, so we almost have double. Do we want to do that, or do we just want to hold off and, get something that's going to be a lot bigger for us later? Because this is 9, but it is also a lot more. 10. Maybe we do pull the trigger. We'll see at the end of the episode how I feel with that, but I don't think we're going to do any corn right away, so I think we're fine. I think these would also be fun to do. I did this when it first came out. We'll definitely look at getting one of these as well. Maybe we'll get that for that mowing field. But anyway, let's get back to this harvest and get her going on it. Okay, and we said only one head run. Might have been stupid now that I think about it. We could change it, but let's live dangerously. Let's get in here. See how it lines up. It should be up and down. Let's see. Alright, we'll do this first one that always passes nothing, just to square everything off. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on this and see what we can get out of that. But for right now, we're going to have to buy in the future here. We're going to have to buy lime, and that's going to be the big one, because we're going to have to put that down, because the fields, if we come over to precision farming. Oh, while we're in here, actually, let's just do this. Let's buy all the field info. 2,000, sure. 2,500, sure. These are going to be a little bit more, potentially. Cool. So we got a field of 1. This is a field of 3, and then these should be bigger. These are our bigger guys. 4, 5. So we got, call it 10, 13 fields without regular crop in 1. Just that. Interesting. Alright, let's lift her up and get to the end. I guess it just wanted to clear that one spot that had the header. Where we're at with that one. I guess these are on a slant. Potentially looking at the bottom left map. Yeah. Interesting. Anyway, that's fine. Come back here and we'll get her turned around and turn that back on. That's it. Oh, no, maybe I hit break. Well then, we'll see what this does. We can always go on the opposite side of, no, I think it's just on an angle, right? Yeah, we're just on a slight angle. That's fine. So yeah, we're going through the line. We got the info. You can see we got sandy loam, which isn't bad on any of that. So a lot of these we're expecting to have about normal. They all should be 100 potential. Yeah. So we're going to have 100 with it. And we'll get it going with that. And I think also with this series, guys, we're going to definitely try doing stuff that I normally wouldn't do. So maybe we get an auger eventually. If we ever get a semi, I wouldn't be in there. If we ever get a semi-trailer, then we'll get the auger going. I'm just kind of, showing how difficult it is, as well as I would love to get these special harvesters for sunflowers and sorghum. Alright, so guys, this just looks like it's on an angle, which is why we're having some issues. And in this room is take a quick pause on my own, change one of our daughters, because it doesn't smell the greatest in here, so I'll go change her and then I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. Sorry about that. Had a manure incident we had to take control of, but I'm just going to actually take a little bit off here just because screwed up a little bit, but that's fine. See how far back I can get. And away we go. Actually, I think we're going to do half these in here, so if you our total yield, if we essentially do a 30% off what we're getting now, will be roughly what we should get. So in those last two fields, right, it was 63, 20, so you're about 75, so about 75 to 80 is how much we should get in those two fields. So yeah, we're going to switch one of those to grass, and maybe we do canola in like these two, and then we do wheat in that other one. Wouldn't be a bad idea to get a little storage, and maybe we have some chickens. I really wish they had a base game chicken that we could have kind of just wandering the yard instead of having to do a mod for that. But yeah, that's what we're kind of here for. You see how great these modders are. Because it isn't a small task, and this game would be nothing without modders. You know, there's content here, but the modders really, really drive the game. I think Jax is aware of that as well. But yeah, I'm also excited how this series is going to go, and just kind of the difficulties, right? So we're going to have to do stuff with forklifts, telehandler, stuff like that. We don't have Yos's liftable pallet mods, as well as there's another mod. It's like a pallet attacher that is super nice. You don't use any tools, and it just clicks onto the front. I prefer that. It's not as, I wouldn't say Yos's is cheaty, but it's not as realistic. And this one makes you still use like your forklifts, well not forklifts, but telehandlers or stuff like that. So just excited to see kind of the stuff, and maybe things that we don't realize. You know, like when you started playing, back when I started playing again, when FS25 came out, there's some stuff that I didn't even think of. You know, just because it was second nature to have that mod up. Versus now we have a ton of mods. We already have more mods than we had in FS22 at this point, which I think is a really good thing. They're just so backlogged on them. But we'll get some really unique ones that are coming out. A little disappointed there's not as many buildable things. Maybe we'll do that in this series as well. Are they in here? No, where are they at? They're down here. No. See, I never use them. No, constructibles are underpass. You know, maybe we'll do one of these, build some sheds or something. I know a lot of them are farmhouses, which kind of stink. Oh, these holiday homes would be nice. We had a little bit of income per month. I don't know where we would really put them. Yeah, we'll see. These would be pretty cool to kind of do. We need productions for that, so I can't do those quite yet, which is fine. That's something that maybe in the future, or maybe we save it for another series. You know, maybe we'll do a open world area, and we kind of have to start from building our own stuff. That'd be kind of interesting as well. We'll see. I do have a plan for another series. I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure it's still on. So Valley Springs is coming out on St. Patrick's Day, last I checked. That is an Irish map. And I'm thinking we do a series that are strictly potatoes, and mainly having potatoes as your income. That's what we're going to harvest and take from that by just just doing potatoes and maybe like grass and stuff like that. I think that would be fun to as well do. You know, in that case, maybe we have a pig empire, potato empire, grass empire. Be fun little thing to do, and you can see bottom right there. Nitrogen's bad, and pH was okay. So not great overall on either of those, but yeah, that Valley one would be a fun little one to do. That's going to be in about a month. We cut that corner. That would be about a month, so we'll have to see where we are with this series. If we're at a good spot that I can just kind of have this one on the back burner, I should be able to. To me, as long as we get about 20 episodes or so in, we can probably continue on to another one and then just come back to this as well. I'd love to be able to make maybe that million or so before we leave, or close to it. This way we can kind of come back with a little bit of a vengeance on here. But we'll see. That's an idea of the next one. We don't have to start it in March. I just think it'd be a cool one to kind of do up. And Valley Springs was a super cool map in FS22. I don't know the maps that were in FS19 as well. I only played on Breaking Court because I discovered mods too late, which I'll have in that tips and tricks video. I know I keep hitting it. I just need to get around to putting it together and editing it. But in case you don't know, you're watching this video, you don't know, you can get mods on console. You go to the section that is downloadable content, and that takes you to the in-game mod hub. There are mods people upload on that, so it's not just DLC itself. But some people don't realize that. I didn't realize it when I first started playing FS19. It just changes the whole game for you if you did not know that. But with that, we're about halfway through this field. I think I'm just going to skip ahead here. I'll finish up this field and then get back to you with that. And then we'll head over to the next field, and I'll be back when we start that one up. And I'll let you know how much we get off this field when I'm done. So see you in a few. Alright guys, welcome back from that time lapse. We harvested all those fields, and you can see bottom right we have about 205,000 liters of barley that we'll end up having to sell. But that'll do it for this episode. This episode and previous episode, we got field 19, 7, 3, and 2 all harvested with the barley, and we got straw swath down there that we'll bale on next episode, as well as kind of contemplate what we want to do next. What do we want to buy? A lot of our equipment is going to be a little bit too small for future fields. For example, the seeder, as well as this trailer, is going to be kind of annoying to do multiple trips. It's going to be at least 10 trips because it only does 20,000, but that is something for a future episode. So thanks guys for watching. Stay tuned for episode 3, and remember to like, comment below, and subscribe. See you.